G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. As many of you are probably already aware, Aquaman is this season's secret skin. So for today's video, we thought it would be pretty cool if we went through a few game modes, POIs and skins that we thought would be pretty epic if Epic added them to the game. See what I did there? Just a quick reminder, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing with the notifications on so you don't miss any new content. Also, don't forget, I watched Aquaman for you guys. I mean, come on. If that doesn't earn a sub, I don't know what does. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you slap a like on it. And as always, leave a comment down below to let us know what you thought. Let's get into it. So the first thing I thought we'd talk about is different Aquaman themed game modes. And the first one that sprang to mind straight away was the Ring of Fire. Now, for those of you who haven't seen Aquaman, the Ring of Fire is basically like a Colosseum setup for gladiators. And where it comes in the movie is essentially Aquaman challenges his brother Orm for the throne, and they have a one-on-one gladiator fight with their tridents to see who will win. The loser obviously dying, the winner keeping the throne. I thought that Fortnite could probably implement this as maybe a 1v1 type setup. Could almost be like a spy games where as you level up you get different tridents or different people you can play as that have different abilities such as speed or more HP. I think that'd be really cool, and they could have a little leaderboard so you could brag if you won it enough and maybe throw your trident at people, which would do a bit more damage than hitting them with it. I thought it could be a pretty cool aspect to add into the game. The next game mode I thought they might be able to implement would be something like a 7 Kingdoms LTM. So for those of you who haven't seen the movie, there are 7 different kingdoms that belong to the Aquaman universe, essentially. I thought maybe they could have something like a 140 player game, so 20 players each team. You could drop at each POI, so each different race would drop at their own kingdom. So Atlanteans would drop at Atlantis, for example, and you've got a certain amount of time to loot, where there's also a hidden crown there. The person who finds the crown becomes the king with boosted HP, boosted speed, etc. And the last king to survive wins. So as you get killed, you die, but once your king dies, your team is eliminated. Thought maybe that would be something different and fresh they could add to the game. The third game mode I thought they could add would be something like Capture the Trident. So essentially like capture the flag. You're going to have 140 players again, 7 different kingdoms. You start at your own kingdom. You then have to find the mythical trident. For those of you who haven't seen the movie, half of the movie is about finding this mythical trident so you can control the sea. So you run around, you try and find it, and once you've got it, obviously you're trying to spend as much time with it as possible. So basic capture the flag mechanics. I think that'd be pretty fun. Again, pretty fresh, and I'd probably play it. The last game mode I think would be pretty cool to implement would be based around the Karratha. For those of you who don't know what the Karratha looks like, he's basically this guy. Basically, the Karratha is your Kraken type creature, like the name would suggest. Big, scary beast. They could make an LTM to me like the Storm King, where your squad goes in, he throws things at you, hits you with his claws, all sorts of stuff. If you win, you get an umbrella or a glider, some sort of cosmetic. Thought that would be pretty cool because the Storm King was pretty fresh, and to be honest, I wouldn't mind a different LTM that's very similar to that. The next thing we're going to talk about are some Aquaman themed POIs. Now obviously the first one that comes to mind is Atlantis, Aquaman's home. But how are you going to implement that into the Fortnite map, considering it's a city under the sea, of course? Well, I think there could be a few ways to do this. One really cool way I think would be for a player to get sucked through a whirlpool, and instead of getting shot up into the sky, you get sucked down, and then you're in Atlantis. And once you're in Atlantis, you can just walk around underwater as normal, breathe as normal, and there's another whirlpool to suck you back up and shoot you out of there. Or the other way they could do this, of course, is just to wait for all the water to drain and then be like, oh my god, Atlantis has risen from the sea, which is, let's face it, the more likely way Epic would do it. The next one I thought would be really cool and based along the same sort of style would be the hidden kingdom of the Earth's core. Now in the movie, this is where Aquaman has to go to get his mythical trident. It's also where his mother's been kept for the last 20 odd years. Now, once again, you'd have to either make some sort of secret passage here, so you go through a whirlpool or a rift or whatever, and you end up there. Now, once you're there, you could even have something like you have to beat beat the Karratha, the Kraken type creature, and once you do beat him, you are rewarded with a heap of mythic loot, much like a vault in the current meta. The last POI I think Epic could maybe add would be something like the Kingdom of Deserters, which in the movie is another place that Aquaman goes to try and get some clues on where to find his mythical trident. It is a lost race that has dried up years ago and now it's all sand, which is why it's located in the Sahara Desert. I think with the water all going down, I've seen some leaks for a place called the Ruins, which seems like it could be a very sandy type area. Maybe this could be what they're alluding to there. And last but not least, I just thought I'd quickly touch on some skins that I think would be really cool, or I'd personally like to see Epic add to the game. I'm not saying they are going to be added, just personally I'd love to see them added. The first one is the Black Manta. I think you could have obviously his two styles, so his normal non-suit style and then his Black Manta battle suit style. I think the Black Manta battle suit would actually make a really clean looking skin. So I would love to see Epic add that into the game at some point. The next skin I'd like to see would be Mira, who is Aquaman's love interest, also dating his brother. I don't know, it's a bit of a weird story, but in the end of the movie, she likes Aquaman, put it that way. Anyway, I think it'd be really cool to see a style for her, not only in her normal style, but also in her sort of glowy, control the water style. I think that'd be really insane. And the last one I think Epic should possibly add in is Aquaman's brother, Orm. He's the antagonist of the movie. Basically, he's fighting Aquaman the whole movie. He wants to take over the surface world, and Aquaman doesn't want him to, but they're brothers, but they want to kill each other, so they squabble a lot, and in the end they end up liking each other, or the mother steps in, I don't know. Anyway, Orm is Aquaman's brother, and I'd love to see him because of his battle style. So I'd like to see a normal style, then his battle style. I think that'd be a really cool skin they could add to the game as well. What do you think, guys? What types of Aquaman themed stuff would you like to see Epic add to Fortnite? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you slap a like on it, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.